Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. What I'd love to do today on this perfect Sydney winter's day is go for a walk and talk and chat to you about a book. And the book that we're going to talk about today is entitled Captivate: The Science of Succeeding with People. This book was published on the 25th of April 2017 and authored by a lady who goes by the name of Vanessa Van Edwards. Let's see what we can take, what we can learn, what we can glean from this book, and hopefully incorporate it into our inventory of skills, knowledge, wisdom, and potential power. So this book here emphasizes how the first few seconds, the first few minutes, the first part of your engagement and interaction are crucial, absolutely crucial to what happens after those first few minutes. People often make snap judgments based on your body language, your facial expressions, and the tone of your voice. So what the author here is basically suggesting and saying is that in order to succeed in the many social interactions that you're going to engage in throughout your life, you need to start with a confident posture, maintain eye contact, and offer a warm, genuine smile to create a positive and productive first impression. When it's all said and done, the author here reminds us that our body language speaks louder, much louder than the words that we say. Van Edwards highlights how subtle clues like mirroring gestures, open body language, and appropriate hand gestures can help you build rapport quickly and early on in your engagement. So the call to action here is simply to pay attention to what your body is communicating to others, either directly or indirectly, intentionally or unintentionally. It's all going to have an impact, and that impact is either going to be positive or negative, productive or unproductive. The author here also mentions that we need to engage people in conversation by showing genuine interest and asking open-ended questions. The book suggests using the sweet spot rule. Find a topic that lights up the person you're speaking with to keep them engaged and energized in the conversation. So it's all about finding the sweet spot, something that you can talk about that's going to light up and engage the other person and keep them engaged for the duration of your engagement. The author here also mentions something which is really interesting and quite profound as well, that most people, in fact all people, have different social goals. Some seek connection, others seek status, and others need information. So understanding what the person's social goal actually is from the outset is really important and powerful. So recognizing what the other person values most in a conversation, be it connection, competence, or appreciation, you can actually tailor your approach to resonate with them better and build a bridge that's going to help with other conversations that you may wish to engage in. Another thing that the author talks about within this book is that small involuntary facial expressions can actually reveal one's true emotions. So we're called to become detectives of these small involuntary facial expressions. Involuntary means these expressions happen without the person even knowing that it's happening. It happens at the subconscious level. So what we need to understand is that there is a whole field of study by learning to recognize these things known as micro expressions. By learning to recognize and appreciating these micro expressions, the author here tells us that you can better understand what others are feeling, even if they are trying to hide it. So a really powerful and profound lesson. So this skill helps you navigate social situations with more emotional intelligence, is the lesson. The other key message that comes from this book is where the author reminds us that people naturally gravitate towards others with whom they share common interests. By actively listening and looking for areas of overlap and commonality, you can build stronger relationships by identifying and tailoring your conversation with those common elements of overlap. And the book emphasizes the importance of connecting with shared values, shared interests, or shared experiences. A powerful lesson. It makes common sense, but you'd be surprised at how often people overlook these basic elements of communication. And the last point to come from this book is where the author talks about the triple treat method to make a lasting impact in our interactions. The triple treat method that we talk about basically involves mastering 3 key elements within our engagements. And the three elements are having confidence, exuding warmth, and coming across with competence. And confidence comes with competence, so one feeds the other and help bridge the gap and make us better when it comes to engaging with others. But the author here once again reminds us that we need to strike the right balance between these three qualities to help others feel comfortable whilst trusting in our abilities. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5am Club, where we've had an opportunity to go on a walk and talk and to chat about this interesting book and hopefully learn something new, something that we can use and something that can help improve our lives, improve our relationships, and improve the engagements that we have with others around us. Take care, everybody. Wishing you all the best, and bye for now.